never forget, I was writing my first book, and I've written 4 books. And I read that manuscript so many times, I was like, somebody just take it from me. Somebody just send it to the printer for me, because I can't do this anymore. Because you keep looking and looking and reviewing, and it never gets done. So because you're waiting for it to be perfect, it falls into the category of procrastination because you never get it done. You know why? Because it's never going to be perfect. Know how I know? I have New York Times best-selling books on my bookshelf. And guess what they have in them? Typos. But they're making millions of dollars. While I'm still looking at my manuscript. Oh, okay. That's what we do. We want it to be perfect, and because of that, we hold ourselves back from executing. Tony Robbins, motivational guru, says a real decision is measured by the fact that you've taken a new action. If there is no new action, you have not truly decided. Have you decided, each and every one of you, to play bigger? And if so, how are you going to demonstrate that through actions? When you leave this room, what are you going to do differently? I'm not talking 6 months from now. I'm talking about today. When you go back to your desk, I hope the gears in your mind are working. Like, yeah, Cheryl said I can do this. You can use me. Cheryl said I can do it. Tell your boss. Cheryl said. Cheryl Wood said. Now, don't get fired. Okay. But be willing to jump in with both feet. Be willing to take some risks. I have taken more risks that did not have a guaranteed result. I have played bigger. I have avoided perfection and procrastination. I'll never forget, this was 2 years ago in 2013. I kept saying one of my big dreams was to share the speaker stage with the greats like Tony Robbins and Les Brown, right? They never called me. So I was just sitting and waiting on them to make my dream a reality. So I said, well, Cheryl, if you really believe in it, are you willing to invest in it? Here's a key for you. If you believe in something that you're supposed to do, be willing to invest in it. Time, energy, resources, finances. If you got to go back to school to get a certain degree, if you got to go out and get a certificate, if you need certain training, be willing to invest in it. Nobody's going to invest in you if you don't invest in you. You got to show people that you're serious. And so here I was telling people I was going to be an international speaker, and I was going to share the big stage with Les and Tony, and I'm calling them by their first name like we know each other, and I got them on speed dial when I had never met them, and finally decided that I was going to claim my personal power to make it happen for myself.